Hey everybody, welcome back to Kethane Space Program. We are on episode 39, I believe. And I figured since we are in 0.24, I would show you guys some stuff in the VAB. As you guys can see, the bars look a little bit different down here. Now you have the cost of the rocket that you've built and the amount of money that you currently have. Everything else obviously is still the same. You still have your center of lift, center of gravity, center of lift, center of thrust, center of mass as well. And now, whenever you build things, you obviously everything costs money now. So the more stuff that you can recover, the better off you're going to be money wise. SRBs are still kind of throwaways. You can't really recover them that easily, and it's actually kind of hard to recover them. So unless you put probe bodies on every piece of your rocket that you want to recover, it is kind of damn near impossible to recover every bit of your rocket. Granted, it would be nice, and I might do a video of me just trying to recover every piece of a rocket, going into Kerbal orbit or something. But we'll save that for later. But as of right now, we have as you guys can see, I called it the return pod. We have Dilfert on board. Well, he should be. Oh, I wish they would fix that. Would it stop just like putting Bob, Bill, and Jeb in the thing? But I have Dilfert on deck for our return mission. We're gonna grab the Kerbals at the Lunar space station and hopefully bring them home in this episode. So let's go ahead and do it. And also, just so you guys know, the money does not get spent until you hit that launch button. So you are pretty much safe to experiment as freely as you would normally. Also, you could still revert the flight and revert back to the VAB or revert back to the launch, and obviously you don't lose any money. If something goes horrifically wrong, so you can still test. You can still test rockets. You can still, screw up and still revert the flight and get all your money back. So you don't end up screwing yourselves in the long run. But we're gonna go ahead and launch this guy and get him into orbit and hopefully get him out to the moon to recover our two Kerbonauts out at our space station at the moon. So that is our drive for this mission, and then hopefully, I think that'll be all of the Kerbals back home, and we'll be able to upgrade our life support system, so we don't have any more issues with that. So I'm going to go ahead and launch. Yay! And as always, and now that I've figured out that these SRBs are the best, I am using them again because I love these new SRBs. They're so awesome. Oh, they're just like, I mean, the thrust to weight ratio and the amount, I mean, these things do justice like nobody's, like, they're amazing. I love them. Sorry. All right. And I should probably turn on our SAS. That would probably be a good idea, huh? All right. Well, let's get it. Let's get going. Let's do it. I'm hoping now that these SRBs get us out of like the atmosphere, I'm kind of get worried sometimes whenever I disconnect them because the parachutes I don't think will deploy because there's no atmosphere really for them to deploy. So I'm always worried about them hitting me whenever I decouple them. We're gonna tip over now. Try to get an efficient burn into orbit for a change. Come on, SRBs, and there we go. Okay, now just gotta be careful. Don't hit me. Oh, don't hit me. Oh, jeez. All right. That's always so nerve-wracking. All right, so we're gonna flip over on our side pretty much completely and immediately, and hopefully get into orbit rather quickly. What's our Apple apps at right now? 77. Perfect. I am happy with that. So we'll flip on our side. Let's see if we can do a little time acceleration without this thing exploding on us. We'll just kind of keep an eye on everything. I tell you, I'm telling you, time accelerating while I'm launching always scares me, because I'm just afraid that this thing is just gonna explode into little pieces. We're looking good right now. Not complaining. We are burning through quite a bit of fuel, but that's all right. Bring that up to about, yeah, stay there, and then we'll do a little bit of a fast forward towards our apoaps a little bit more, so we can get a little more of an efficient burn. Probably should turn on RCS because that will help. All right. Well, the ship is under acceleration. What do you mean? Oh, it's because we're above. Got it. Got it. Got it. Well, I hope we get into orbit. Let's bring out our solar panels, and we'll turn on our lights too, just because. Actually, gotta take a screenshot of this because it looks kind of cool. All right. Yeah, we'll be fine. I'm always afraid that whenever I pass my apoaps that I'm not going to get into orbit. Always makes me think I'm never going to get into orbit. It's like, oh, apoaps, past the apoaps, so we're screwed now. I mean, there's no way we're getting into orbit now. But it's just like encoded in my brain to think that. All right, we're above the atmosphere. Perfect. So let's get a little bit of a fast forward on and set up a maneuver node to get out to the moon. Oh, did I overshoot it? Undershoot it? What did I do? There it is. 41. I think our space station's at 50, so that's perfect right there. We'll do a little bit of fast forward motion. I think we might have enough fuel for our burn to get out the moon, so we may or may not have to use our second stage, which would be cool. Let me find our maneuver node here so I can be ready for our burn when it comes around. Now, the only mod I have left to update is the Kerbal attachment system, which they are working on currently. I was reading the forum posts before I decided to record this episode, record this episode. So they are working on updating the KAS or Kerbal attachment system mod, because that is definitely one of my favorite mods. Mainly because it makes refueling things and whatnot on the surface of planets pretty easy, or a lot easier than it normally would be. So as soon as that's updated, I'll be able to update that as well. But pretty much the only reason that we are bringing back all of our Kerbals is so I can update our Thunder Aerospace or life support system. Because they changed the unit of oxygen. I don't know if I went over this before, but they changed the unit of oxygen from 1 unit to, or 1 liter to 1 unit. So now oxygen, the amount of oxygen carried in life support systems is like in the thousands instead of the hundreds. Because, ooh, let's get rid of that. So a Kerbal in a day will consume, say, 300 and something odd units of oxygen instead of 1 unit of oxygen. So they pretty much just changed the amount of life support for oxygen is essentially what happens. So if you update with all your Kerbals out and unable to upgrade your space stations or whatever, you'll end up killing your Kerbals within a couple days, or actually probably a couple hours. So that's the whole point that we're striving to change, or striving to update. So that's essentially why we are doing what we're doing right now. But that's fine. I mean, we still have our satellite on its way to Duna. I also am going to install the Kerbal alarm clock, just so I can do interplanetary missions without and still do other things without having to worry about missing our time slot to adjust an orbit or adjust our trajectory for any kind of a satellite that might be going interplanetary. So that's pretty much the plan that's coming along. All right, let's keep burning. We'll bring this back down to 50 like we initially had planned. Still going down? Nope, it's going back up. What the hell? Interesting. 102. We'll adjust that. I'm not really too worried about it right now. Let's just get out there. Let's go, go, go. So, like, for example, we have 643 units of food, 643 units of water, and then when we update our oxygen units, we'll be like 6,000 instead of 600. So essentially, that's why we need to do what we're doing. I know I said that a bunch of times already, but I'm just making sure, I'm reinforcing so you guys understand exactly why we are doing what we're doing. 42, fine, that's fine with me, whatever, I'll take it. Let's find that node. We could probably just do it now. Probably wouldn't hurt. See if we can. Yep, we can. Do a little adjust. 54, 50. Awesome. Get rid of that guy. Don't need it anymore. And let's just do a quick save in case something goes horrifically wrong, as per usual and my paranoid ways. And we'll fast forward and get out to the moon. Look at all the flags planted on the moon's surface. I feel like I need to, like, once we're done exploring the moon, we need to just get rid of all those flags because it's kind of unnecessary, the amount of flags that we put down. And as always, I like to save right before we enter the sphere of influence of any other planet or moon, what have you, just in case. Alright, now, let's set our lunar space station as our target. And let's set up a maneuver node at our periaps. What are you at right now? Are you at 60? You're at 65. Damn it, I thought you were at 50. Whoops. Oh well, we might be able to... Oh, that's not what I want. I just want to set up a maneuver node. There we go. We might be able to rendezvous with it pretty easily because we are coming in on the inside of it. We're going to actually, obviously, have to do an inclination change, but that's okay. Let's find our node, as always. And get ready for a orbital insertion. Where is the moon? There it is. It's like, where did it go? Another cool screenshot. I love taking screenshots in this game. I'm sorry. It's just it looks so awesome. I think I might even get that better atmospheres mod. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Wow, Dilfert is staring directly at the sun. Look at how bright his when inside the capsule is. Holy crap. Don't stare right at it, Dilfert, you moron. You'll go blind. Oh, jeez. 1 minute and 11-second burn. We have more than enough fuel for that. So there we go. It's still bright as hell in his cockpit. It might be from the lights. I think it might be from the... Oh, no, it went dark. All right. Well, at least he can't... Yeah, look, he's completely blind now. He's got two lazy eyes. He has no idea where he's looking right now. Dilfert. Oh, Dilfert. You're not the sharpest tool in the shed, are you? But you're courageous, and that's what matters, right? All right. All right. Get our burn done. What is that? I wish it would, like, give me the name of it. And we are in orbit. Where is our space station? We're actually way ahead of it. Okay, well, we'll leave our orbit out, you know, a little bit further out than what we actually, you know, said we were going to do. And we'll have our space station catch up with us. So it's at 65, so we'll put it at, like, say, 100 kilometers above the surface. Oh, yeah, ready for killing the engine here. So we'll put it at 100. That should give us enough time for it to catch up with us at a, in a reasonable amount of time. And then we'll do our inclination change now while I'm thinking about it. Oh, that was pretty much it right there. Awesome. And right there, that's good. All right, we're burning north. Yes. All right. So let's get to that maneuver node, and then once we get out to our apoaps, we'll bring our periaps back up to about 100, so our space station will catch up with us pretty quickly, and we'll hopefully rendezvous in this episode. And almost a little bit more. All right, good. What are we at? 0, 0. All right, I'm okay with that. All right, now let's fast forward to our apoaps. and continue. There we go. Find our prograde. That is retrograde. We don't want that. We want the other one. Oh, whoa, overshot. Alright, so let's bring our periaps up. Say up to, I don't know, 75-ish. Somewhere in that area. So it's still above, but not that far above. Alright, now we'll just do the fun waiting to let the space station catch up with us. We have more than enough life support. And now, let's see if we can set up a node to rendezvous. Perfect, look at that. 1.3, we can actually probably make that a little bit. 1.2, I am perfectly fine with that. So we're going to need retrograde. There we go. 1 second burn. I love 1 second burns. They make me feel so good about me being able to set up like that. Alright, do a little light burn. A little bit more. And we're good. And 0.9, it's a little off, but I will take it. So let's fast forward, get to our space station and dock. Here we go. And get ready for our docking procedure. And Dilfert is staring directly into the sun again. Alright. Just a little bit of fast forwarding, let it load. There we go. And you know what? I completely forgot to we have a mission right now. Transmit and recover scientific data from space around the moon. Okay, well, we might be able to do that with a crew report or an EVA report or something along those lines. So that shouldn't be that difficult to do and complete that contract as well. Maybe get a little extra science and whatnot from it. All right, now let's burn and get a little bit closer to our space station here. There we go, a little bit more. Okay, we should be flying pretty much directly at it, which is why I'm quick saving, because I'm going to fast forward or time warp. We're only going 14.4 meters per second in relative to our space station, which is fine with me. And I actually want to point down just a hair. Oh, wrong way. Point down. I am pointing the complete wrong direction. Okay, now we go. There we go. Just so I can get on the bottom of it. I mean, though we could just directly attach to the top of it. That could work too. But we are going to burn at it now. Because I think we're just going to attach to the top of it. I was going to try to attach on the bottom, but I think we'll be okay. Pretty much kill our velocity here. We'll control from here, we'll open the shield, then we'll use our RCS to slow us down the rest of the way. And then we'll adjust once we set this as our target. So now we can adjust. We need to point south, right? Oh, that's not south, that would be north. And there we go. That's what I want. Just like that. Now, let's do a little bit of this action here. Try to dock rather quickly. Whoa, this is going a lot quicker than normal. That's weird. Oh, Oh, there we go. Awesome. Well, we are pretty much. I think we're gonna go ahead and call it for this episode, guys. Next episode, we'll be taking whoever is in this thing. I have no idea who's even in here. Joffric and Lenner. We'll be taking Joffric and Lenner home with Dilfert next episode, guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this episode, please hit that like button. Helps with search rankings and all that fun stuff. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, so you don't miss an episode of Kethane Space Program. And if you have any comments, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section down below, and I will gladly get back to you as soon as I can. And thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.